Hello, I'm Dr. Donald Crow. For 40 years, I practiced emergency medicine, making life and death decisions for complete strangers, often just minutes after meeting them. But here's the paradox. While I might be saving lives in the emergency department, I was slowly destroying my own at home. Night after night, I drank myself into a stupor. And the most shocking part, I wasn't just losing the battle with alcohol. I was actively helping it win. Because here's the cruel secret. The greatest ally of addiction isn't the substance itself, it's you. Welcome to Second Act Sobriety. Subscribe to our channel and help it grow. Today we're digging into the most critical turning point in recovery. That moment you stop defending the enemy that you're trying to defeat. Because until you take away its greatest ally, yourself, alcohol will keep winning. In the emergency department, patients wanted an ideal diagnosis. Something simple, understandable, easy to explain to the family. Even better if it came with a quick fix, a prescription, a pill, a few days rest. But when the real cause of their suffering was alcohol, that diagnosis met none of those criteria. It was messy, awkward, stigmatized, and it demanded as a cure a life-changing effort. Nobody wanted to hear it. And here's the hypocrisy. For the first decade of my career, I'd deliver that tough message by day, then go home at night and drink myself into oblivion. I knew the damage alcohol caused better than most, but I was still protecting the very thing that was killing. So how do we become the enemy's best friend? The playbook is depressingly familiar. First, secrecy. We keep our drinking hidden, tucked away like a dirty secret. Then denial, pretending it isn't happening, even after it's wrecked a night or embarrassed us in front of everyone. Then excuses, blaming bad sushi for what is obviously alcohol poison. Then lies to the people we love, eroding their trust until nothing is left. And finally, propping up and protecting our drinking even when it costs us our integrity. That was me for decades. And it's what I see in countless others. Addiction doesn't just battle us head on. It recruits us as its most loyal defender, and we enthusiastically enlist. That makes it an unfair fight, and that's why so many of us lose without help. For me, treatment was the only thing that made winning a possibility. Still, at first, I fought it. I saw it as intrusive, even insulting. But slowly, I began to recognize just how deeply I had been protecting my alcoholism. The fog didn't lift right away. I needed a couple of weeks of abstinence before my body cleared the toxin and my mind could begin to see that truth. And then the realization hit me. My relationship with alcohol was no different than a friendship gone bad. At first, there were good times, good memories, but they were fading into the past. Every new encounter ended the same way. Fewer happy moments, more regretful mornings. So why keep protecting it? Fear. Fear of life without my so-called best friend. Fear of being alone. In treatment, the separation was forced on me. With structure, with support, I strung together enough sober days and nights that I could finally stop reflexively defending my drinking. And when nostalgia tried to sneak in the good old days of drinking, I learned to catch myself, to recognize that trap, to choose not to go back. That was the turning point when I fired addiction's greatest ally, me. Here's what I want you to hear. If you have a toxic relationship with alcohol, it's normal to defend it, even as it destroys you. That's part of the disease. But it doesn't have to be permanent. Once you stop protecting it, everything changes. Divorcing alcohol isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your second act. Giving it up doesn't mean losing anything real. It means finally opening the door to the life you deserve. Yes, the late-night encounters with your old toxic friend will have to stop. Over is not a break. Over means over. But that's the only way to make room for something better, for genuine relationships, real meaning, and authentic freedom. So let me ask you directly, are you still defending the enemy in your own life? Because when you stop being your addiction's best ally, you can finally become your own. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to Second Act Sobriety. Hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it. It might just be the lifeline they've been waiting for. Remember, sobriety isn't the loss of a friend, it's the discovery of your true self. Check out these other videos. I'm Dr. Donald Crow, and I'll see you in the next one.